Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Frugal Farmhouse. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I am going to be participating in the Spring 2017 $5 Goodwill Challenge. If this is your first time seeing these videos or hearing about it, it's hosted by Hillary over at My So-Called Home, so make sure you check out her channel and she'll have a list, like a playlist with everyone that participates. So let me just get into what I found. For this challenge, I only found one thing, and I found this bottle. And it says Perks Drugstore, Holton, Maine. And then at the top it has some kind of a measurement. It says 3 and then VIII, which is 8, Roman numeral 8. So I just thought it was really cute. I like the lettering on it. I paid $1.49 for this. And so I'm going to do a little bit of a DIY with this. I showed you guys in a previous video this single tulip stem that came in a Magnolia Market order, and I am just going to make this a little floral display. So I'm going to set the camera back and I'm going to show you guys how I make the acrylic water mix and then put the flower in it. Okay, so I have everything here in front of me that I need for this project. I needed a flat surface, so I'm just going to use this box that I have. It'll be up high enough you guys can see what I'm doing. I've got my bottle from Savers, and the first thing I'm going to do is just peel the tag off of this. I can go in and peel it off better or later or use like Goo Gone, but just for now I wanted to get it mostly off. I've got my tulip stem, and you guys can do this with any type of flower. I have a small funnel. I just have this from a nail art kit, but in the past I've used a magazine page just rolled up to make a funnel. And then I have my acrylic water kit, and I try and keep one of these on hand usually. You can find them at any craft store. I picked mine up at Walmart. I think it's around like $8 usually. But like I said, I try and keep one on hand. And then of course, I have my Cool Mint tea. And let me get started now. So this is really simple. My bottle is already clean. If yours isn't, you're going to want to clean it first. I've heard that you can clean them with rubbing alcohol, so I've done that before. That worked. I'm sure there's other things out there you can Google. So here's what your kit comes with. It comes with 2 bottles, a tray, and a little stir stick. Now I am going to use just a little bit of each because I don't want the bottle filled all the way. You can see when I put the tulip in, I only want the water to go up like that far, so I'm only going to mix about that much of it. So what you do, you're going to mix equal amounts of each in the tray, and then we'll stir. So I'm going to start with the epoxy resin, and I'm just going to pour some in the tray. I started with full bottles in this kit so I can have an idea about how far down to go. So I poured about half a bottle of this one in. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour half a bottle of this. These work, I think, similar to like the way acrylic nails do. It will harden, and it will harden clear. Okay, I did about even. So now all you're going to do is stir it with this little stick, and you can see it mixing together. So you're just going to stir it good. It does have like a little pour spout on this end here. And something you want to be careful when you do actually pour it into your jar, you want to get it like straight down the middle. You don't want to splash any on the sides, because wherever it lands it's going to dry hard. So let me pause this video and I'm going to stir this up. That way you guys don't have to watch me stir this the whole time. Okay, so you stir until it's completely clear. I do try and stir it gently because you don't want to stir up too many air bubbles. But you can see I'm getting to that point now where it's starting to be completely clear. And then all you're going to do is put that funnel in the top of the bottle and then just go ahead and pour it in. So let me slide this back just a little so you can see. Alright, I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to pour slow because I don't want to overflow it, obviously. And I also want it to have time to settle down into the middle. So let's see if this is going to work. This is a really small funnel. Okay, this is like dripping. I think it might be better to use a magazine page. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so I did away with the funnel. This is kind of how DIY projects go. You never really know what's going to work until you try it. So I'm just using the back cover of a magazine That way it's a little bit sturdier than regular paper. I rolled it to make a cone, and let's see if we can get that to work. All right, that looks like it's going to be a lot better. So let's go ahead and try that. Now this will take like 24 to 48 hours to set. That's why you have a flat surface here. You want to make sure that you put it on a flat surface. That way your water is even. And now we just let it drip in. You can even loosen up the cone a little bit. It'll go quicker. There we go. And we do that. If you want to have something in the bottom of your vase, you're going to put that in first. So if you wanted like rocks or gravel or like little pebbles or things, you're going to put that in first. I didn't. I just wanted water. So I am just about done with this. And then you're going to arrange your flowers. Now you can do this with a larger vase if you want to. I just realized you guys cannot see my face while I'm talking to you. But if you wanted to do this with a larger vase, you can do that too. You'd put like tape across the mouth of the jar. That way you could arrange the flowers so they'll dry like in the positions you want. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to try and pull this out in between drips. There we go. And I'm just going to set it down here. Now you can see there are some bubbles in this. In the past, they've always worked their way out while it settles, so hopefully it will be the same this time. And I am just going to lean my little tulip in there the way I want it to go. And, okay. So that's how it's going to turn out. Now we just set it aside to dry for 24 to 48 hours, and then you can display it anywhere you want in your house. I do try and avoid putting them in direct sunlight because sometimes acrylic can yellow when it gets in direct sunlight. But other than that, I've never had any issues with it. And anytime I wanted to clean it, this shouldn't have issues with dust, but I've had larger vases and I've just washed them, and it just washes the dust off the top of the acrylic. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I picked up for the Goodwill Challenge and learning how I make my acrylic water flowers. Thank you for watching.